Heyo park managers, welcome to our quick guide on how to utilise the powerful pathing tools at your disposal in Planet Coaster 2. This is the new pathing tools menu, and our first stop is the line builder. This is a simple yet powerful point-to-point tool that allows you to quickly build any path layout you might want in your park. It has options for straight and curved paths, length and angle snapping, connecting to other paths with square edges or angled curves, and a range of widths to choose from. The classic paths tool is pathing in Planet Coaster 2 as you knew and might have loved it from the original Planet Coaster. While using either of these tools, holding shift on PC or X or square on console and moving your path up and down will generate ramps or stairs depending on how steep you go. The draw tool does exactly what it says on the tin, allowing you to simply draw out shapes with either straight lines or curves, and the game itself does the rest to fill in what you've drawn. You can also set length and angle snapping values to be even more precise with your pathing masterpiece. The stamp tool gives you a wide range of shapes and sizes of path to use in your park. The point snapping option will allow you to automatically snap edges to existing paths, and while using tessellating shapes such as the square or hexagon, you can enable the stamp grid to clearly see the space you're working with. For more seasoned builders, the stamp tool also works with the advanced move tool, giving you even more control over your pathing. Combine this with the line or classic tool to create intricately built spaces. The rounding tool enables you to take the harsh corners of your paths and round them to your liking. Use the strength slider to determine how curved your path will be, and hover over a corner to get a glimpse of how it'll look. Before we look at these last two tools on the Add Path tab, let's jump over to the Customize Style and Customize Extras tabs, as these will let you take your path's aesthetics to the next level. Here you can change your path's textures, some of which have support for FlexiColor, add and customize railings, also with FlexiColor, and even enable path extras, which automatically place down benches or bins as you build out your park's walkways. The Copy Existing Texture button is a useful tool if you're jumping between path styles, as you can simply select an existing path to pick up the texture, FlexiColor setting, and even railing options if you select a border to continue building out a space in a particular style without having to manually select everything again. But if you find yourself wanting to change up what you've placed already, that's where the Customize Brush tool back on the Add Paths tab comes into play. Here you can take whatever's selected in the Customize Style and Extras tabs and simply paint over your existing paths to change them to what you've set. Scale up your brush size to make sweeping changes, or make it as small as possible to be super precise with your edits. Paint over the path itself to change the path style and add or remove supports, or paint over the curbs to add or remove railings, depending on what you've selected. Last but not least on the Add Paths tab, we come to the Edit tool. Here you can select existing path borders and either launch back into the Draw tool to add to that layout, or simply click and drag the move icon to change the border's shape on the fly. Park Managers giveth and Park Managers taketh away. Our final stop is the Delete tab, which has a resizable brush for deleting minuscule sections or removing swathes of walkway, but also an inverse version of the powerful Stamp tool. This enables you to remove specific shapes of path from your existing spaces, perfect for adding in scenery or foliage to break up your plazas. The Delete Stamp tool also supports advanced move options, enabling you to be incredibly precise with your path removal. Now we've covered the base path tools at your disposal in Planet Coaster 2, let's take a look at some tips and advanced techniques to get the most out of your pavements. There are several ways to build plazas in your parks, from simply using the draw or stamp tools to fill out a space, or combining two tools together to create more precise areas. Use the line tool to set an outer boundary or connect two paths up, and then use the stamp or draw tool to fill in the space you've established. The merge option when placing down paths allows you to adjust how paths being placed interact with the already existing paths in your park. Enabling this setting means your placed paths will override the paths that exist in your park, whereas disabling it means the already placed paths will have priority over your new ones. This tool comes in useful when creating plazas using different path styles, or keeping smooth curves in play when building junctions using differing path color schemes. If you're dealing with uneven terrain, the Working Height tool allows you to set a level on which your paths will be built. Setting it to 2 meters, for example, will retain a working plane for your paths 2 meters above sea level. This can be useful if you're building paths overhanging terrain off a cliff, or establishing walkways through terrain or underground. An extra little tip for those of you building out your water park empire: when you're placing an entrance gate on your flume platforms, you can swap between a more traditional entrance on your platform or a vertical flight of stairs by pressing Ctrl on PC or Y or triangle on console. This way you don't have to build excessive ramps or stairs going up to your terrifying, record-breaking trapdoor flume. Finally, and probably the greatest trick in the book in Planet Coaster 2, double-clicking on PC or double-tapping A or cross on console when selecting an existing path will automatically open the Pathing Tools menu. Not only that, but depending on the style of path you're double selecting, the Pathing Tools will automatically set the style to what you've just selected, making jumping between styles of path on the fly an absolute breeze. So there we have it, a quick rundown of the powerful pathing tools at your disposal in Planet Coaster 2. Hopefully this guide will help you in realizing your theme park thoroughfare dreams. Happy building!